Hey there fellow Pokemon fans, today we'll be showcasing off the Generation 9 Grass-type starter Pokemon, that being Meowscarada. And today we've got a moveset that utilises Meowscarada's signature move, Flower Trick, which is a Grass-type move that always ends up in a critical hit. Fantastic stuff. And in following that we've got U-Turn to be able to pivot out, Knock Off for some nice stab coverage, and finally we've got Trick, which allows Meowscarada to swap her Choice Scarf item out, potentially crippling certain Pokemon that might be trying to set up on us. And on top of that, we've got the Terra Grass typing, which supercharges our Meowscarada's Grass type moves, and I almost forget, Meowscarada has the Protein ability, which changes Meowscarada's typing to the move it uses, allowing Meowscarada to get stab damage on the first move it uses each time it switches in. Oh, and while we're on the subject, quick question of the day, what's your favourite Grass type starter Pokemon? Mine's definitely Bulbasaur, but I'd love to know yours, so be sure to let me know down below in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video and want to join me on my journey to reach 1,000 subscribers, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button for more exciting battles, and with all that said, let's jump straight into the games.
No time to question my moves. I stick to the path that
Okay, so my opponent's got a really cool team. Like, they got like an all Generation 1 team with the Clefable, the Dodrio, the Porygon, which is a Generation 1 Pokemon, the Hitmonlee, Electrode, and the Haunter. Very cool team. I'm leading off with Rhyperior, and let's do this. Okay, so who are you leading off with? So Lee is the Hitmonlee. Okay, so this didn't really work out in our best interest, I guess. So what do I think they're going to go for, So I'm going to hard switch into my Skeletor. Let's do that. So calm back, Rhyperior. We'll save you for later on. They're either going for a knockoff or a fighting type move. Only one way to find out. They might be going for a Swords Dance, but we are unaware. So, okay, what's it going for? Fake Out, but not today. We are a Ghost type move. Lovely jubbly. And okay, so I am going to go for that Will-O-Wisp. Let's do it. Okay, so they go for the knockoff. Okay, so Scarlet holds on. Okay, don't miss your Will-O-Wisp, buddy. Okay, so let's see it. Okay, we don't miss. Fantastic. So Scarlet burns the Hitmonlee. Its attack power is now cut in half, and we break any potential focus sashes, right? So now I'm going to immediately slack off with my Scarlet to get all of our health back. Lovely jubbly. And we can see what they go into, right? So Scarlet, let's go for that slack off. Here we go. Okay, so they go for the knockoff again, but Scarlet holds on like a boss. Okay, so oh, that was a crit as well, so Scarlet can take those even better. So we go for another slack off. We're going to be back up to about roughly half of our health or something. So yeah, okay, I'm free to go for another slack off, and we can go from there. So yeah, I want my Scarlet healthy, right? So let's go for that slack off again. Okay, so they're going to withdraw the Hitmonlee, fair enough, so we get the slack off for free. We can get all of our health back, that's fantastic. So who's coming out now? It is the Porygon. Okay. So I'm assuming this thing's going to go for a Shadow Ball or something, right? So I need to keep that into consideration. So I'm going to go into my Meowscarada, right? I'm expecting a Shadow Ball. So calm back, Skeleturge, you've been fantastic, buddy. And yeah, I'm going to preserve Skeleturge for the something later down the line, right? So coming in Meowscarada, and they go for the Trick. Okay, but I'm Choice Scarf, so what are they giving me, So are we both Choice Scarf? Let's find out. So they go for the Trick. We get a Choice Scarf, and they get a Choice Scarf. So fantastic job, Meowscarada. So I am now going to go for that. Do I think they'll go for another Trick is the question. I'm going to go for that U-turn. Let's find out. So Meowscarada, let's go for that U-turn, and let's turn into a Protein. Extra stab damage. We do over 50%, which is fantastic. Meowscarada comes on back. And now the question is, who do I switch into, So they're probably going for an Ice Beam or something. So I'm going to go into my Skeleturge, expecting the Ice type move. So come on in, Skeleturge, buddy. I need your assistance. So what are they going for, So they went for the Tri-Attack, and now they're locked into it. Amazing job, Skeleturge. So the power of the Generation's 9 starters. So I am immediately going to go for that Taunt Song. Let's do this. Okay, so, and the battle was cancelled. Amazing. Okay, so fair enough. Great job to Meowscarada and the rest of my Pokemon. Okay, so my opponent's got a pretty stally looking team. They got the Bellibolt, the what's his face, the oh god, the regenerator Pokemon, I forgot its name, the Generation 5 one. Anyways, the Galarian Slowking, the Grafaiai, the oh god, I can't remember these Pokemon's names, the what's his face, the Ice Generation 6 defensive Rapid Spinner, and the Tropius. Anyways, let's lead off with our Rhyperior, and let's do this. Okay, so who are you leading off with, So Mabambo. Oh, it's this. Okay, so they could scold me, I suppose. This thing does get scolded, doesn't it? So, or it could be going straight up for a flip turn. Jeez Louise. Okay, so I'm going to go into my Corviknight, and let's see how it goes from there. Right, so calm back, Rhyperior. Maybe I should have gone into Corviknight, but I I don't know why, there was no point. Rocky Helmet chip is irrelevant at this point. So come on in, Corviknight. And what are they going for? Flip turn, fair enough. So you take a little bit of chip damage, they take some Rocky Helmet, but they're probably going to get that back from the Regenerator, unfortunately. So back it goes. And yeah, let's see who comes in next. Great job, Corviknight. Okay, so they're going into Tropius. Okay, so not too sure why they're doing this when I can just Brave Bird it, but let's go for that Brave Bird regardless, so, and let's find out. Okay, so Corviknight goes for that Brave Bird. We're faster, so let's see how much we do. Whoa, we do a huge chunk of damage. Great job, Corviknight. So what are they going for? Oh, what berry is that, eh? So that is the citrus berry. Okay, so they're definitely going to be the harvest set, I bet. So, okay. And they go for the substitute. Oh my god. Okay. So, what do we think they're going to do now, eh? So, they get the harvest, they get the citrus berry back. So, what I need to do now is I need to go into my Scarlet so I can do a Tortong behind the substitute, right? So, okay. They're probably going to go for the Leech Seed, so I'm going to break this sub with a Brave Bird first. So, Corviknight goes for that Brave Bird. There it is. Okay, so I'm imagining they're going to go for the Leech Seed. We're about to find out. So, okay, so substitute fades, and what are you going for? Leech Seed, let's find out. So, okay, we take the recoil, show me that Leech Seed, and it is Leech Seed. Okay, so, alright, Corviknight gets some Leech Seed, unfortunately. So, they're Protect, Leech Seed, and Substitute. Oh, I don't know if they're Protect, actually, yet. So, they're Leech Seed and they're Substitute. So, fair enough. So, okay, I could go for a U-turn here on the, should I Roost or should I U-turn? Do you know what? I'm going to go for the, what's his face? I'm going to go for that U-turn. Let's do it, Corviknight. So, okay, oh, they're withdrawing, so we can get some momentum with the U-turn. Fantastic. So, let's see who comes in, eh? So, oh, they're going back into the, oh, are they Rocky Helmet? Oh, boy, okay, so, I've forgotten this Pokemon's name, so let me know down below if you remember. So, are you Rocky Helmet? They are Rocky Helmet, so maybe they predicted my U-turn, so fair enough. So, Corviknight, calm back, buddy. And, yeah, so, I could go Meowscarada now, and I could, what's his face? Do you know what? I'm going to go to my Meowscarada and I'm going to trick this. If we can somehow trick this, that'd be great. So, okay, come on in, Meowscarada. And now I'm going to go for that trick. Let's do it, Meowscarada. So, okay, they stayed in. We get to go for a trick. And now we give this thing a Choice Scarf. And we're going to get its Rocky Helmet. So, that's always great to see. So, maybe they went for a flip turn. Let's find out. So, what did it go for? Okay, so it gets the Choice Scarf. What did it go for? It went for the... Okay, the animation's taking its time. So, they went for a flip turn. Fair enough. So, Meowscarada tanks that, even though we're not resisted. And they take some Rocky Helmet. Not that it matters as they get it back from the Regenerator. But, yeah, let's see who comes in next. Okay, so Tag is coming out, which is the Grafai. Okay. So what do I think they're going to do against me, eh? So I could go for a knockoff to get rid of its item. I'm going to go for that knockoff. Let's do it. So, oh, they're going for the passing shot. Well, oh god, don't tell me they're going for the, oh god, if they're predicting my knockoff and they're going to bring in the Choice Scarf Pokemon, that's going to be so annoying. Oh my god, okay. Time to find out. So, what are they going for? Let's find out. Okay, so they are going to, oh my god, so all that work with the Choice Scarf gone. So, that's rather unfortunate. It is what it is though, I guess. So, we go for that knockoff. We do a little bit of chip damage. My god, that thing is tanky. So, okay, I think I'm pretty safe to just go for that, do I want to go for that Terra Grass Flower trick is the question. Sod it. Let's go for that Terra Flower trick. Okay, so Terra Grass. So here we go. Time to Terrestrialize. Gonna go for that Terra Grass, what am I talking about? Terra Grass Flower trick. So hopefully we can hit this super hard. So come on, Meowscarada. Let's do this, buddy. So got a nice little flower crown on our head. Now, I wonder how much this flower trick's gonna do. I doubt it will knock it out, but let's find out. So we go for that flower trick. Let's see what damage Meowscarada. Get him. Okay, so let's do this. So here comes the damage, and it's going to be... Ooh, okay, that's a nice chunk of damage. Great job. So there we go. So what do they go for, eh? So flip turn. So, okay, now it's significantly weaker, which is always great to see, right? So, and they take some Rocky Helmet, which is even better, right? So back it goes. And yeah, depending on what they go for, I can go for a U-turn or something like that, right? So great job, Meowscarada. Okay, so Tag's coming back out. Fair enough. So, I am just going to go for a U-turn here to get some momentum, right? So... yeah, I'm going to go for that U-turn. Let's do it. Okay, so... oh, they got the Encore. Okay, well, this Terra Grass Flower Trick will bloody hurt regardless, right? So, let's do it, Meowscarada. Let's go for that Flower Trick. Let's do some big damage. It doesn't matter if they're resisted. They're a frail Pokemon, and this is going to be a critical hit. So, get in, Meowscarada. Let's see the damage, and over 50%. Amazing job, buddy. So, yeah, that's what we like to see. So, okay, I will now go for the, I'll now go for that Flower Trick. Let's do it. Okay, so they go for the passing shot. We're going to be -2 in attack, but the crit ignores that, right? So I'm imagining they'll probably go into their Slowking, maybe? Not too sure, and I can't knock it off at -2 attack, right? So I'll probably have to go for a U-turn, but regardless, let's find out. Okay, so Roy Garda's coming out, which is going to be the... Okay, I knew it was that. Okay, so let's see how much we do with a flower trick, okay? So get a Meowscarada. Let's find out. Are you full special defense, or have you got some physical bulk? So let's find out. So, okay, that's a fair chunk of damage. Great job, Meowscarada. And I think the Encore wears off here now. So, they are leftovers or black sludge. Fair enough. So, okie dokie. I can't go for the U-turn, can I? So, no, okay, I'm stuck into that. Fair enough. So, now, on this, what do I want to do, eh? So, let's have a think about this. I'm going to go into my Rhyperior 100%. So, come on back, Meowscarada, but you've been great, buddy. We'll go into my Rhyperior. I'll try to set up the Stealth Rocks, right? So, it all depends on... I think they'll probably have gone for Future Sight. Fair enough. So, okay. Well, Pokemon like Corviknight and Reuniclus can take those hits pretty well, right? So, I am going to go for a... do I want to go for a Swords Dance is the question, eh? So, I could go for Swords Dance. Do you know what? I'm going to go for that Swords Dance. Let's do it. Okay, so they're going to withdraw the Galarian Slowking. Fair enough. So, I wonder, is it into... Okay, so it is into this. So, a +2 Earthquake will bloody hurt this, right? So, that is the plan. So, okay, Rhyperior goes for that Swords Dance. Lovely jubbly. And now, we are going for that Earthquake. Rhyperior, you've got this, my man. Let's do it. Come on. Okay, so they go for the Protect. Damn, I could have gone for Stealth Rock. So, that's unfortunate. It is what it is. So... I could go for another Earthquake, or I could go for a Stealth Rocks right now. So, I need to make a decision. So, okie dokie, they protect themselves. So, okay, now I take Future Sight's attack, and Rhyperior tanks that pretty well, to be fair. So, okay, now, decision time. Do I go for the Earthquake, or do I go for the Stealth Rock? So, do I think they'll go into, do you know what? I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks. Let's do it. Okay, so, they stayed in, fair enough. So they go for the flip turn, Rhyperior tanks that quite effective move like a boss. And yeah, maybe they're going into Avalugg, I'm not too sure, but let's find out. So, great job Rhyperior, and let's see who comes in next. Alright, so Tropius is coming out, probably expecting the Earthquake, which is fine with me. So, I am pretty safe to go for the Rock Blast, right? Because I think they're going to go for a substitute, and because they're part Flying type, our Rock Blast will be super effective. So, that is the plan. So, we get some more leftovers, lovely jubbly. And I don't think that they're Giga Drain. I think they're probably Air Slash for the... Okay, so they get the Harvest. They get their Berry back. Fair enough. So, let's go for that Rock Blast immediately. Okay, so... they're going for a U-turn. So, Rhyperior tanks that like a boss. So, whoever comes in is going to take a +2 Rock Blast. Let's do this. Okay, so they're going back into this to get some more Regenerator. Fair enough. So, well, let's see how much we do with our +2 Rock Blast, right? So, they take some Stealth Rocks. Lovely jubbly. So, Rhyperior, get him with the Rock Blast. Let's get as many hits as possible, buddy. So, come on. Number 2. Let's get some more. Okay, so there's 3. Can we get 4? Come on. Can we get 4? Okay, we only get 3. That's rather unfortunate. So, fair enough. We take some more leftovers. Lovely jubbly. Now, I'm pretty confident we can take one more flip turn, right? And they basically lost a bunch of their Regenerator, which is fantastic to see. So, I am going to go for another Rock Blast, and let's do this. So, okay, they go for a flip turn. Rhyperior holds on 1 HP. Amazing job, Rhyperior. So, back it goes, and whatever comes in is going to take our +2 Rock Blast. You've got this, Rhyperior. Amazing job. Okay, so Tropius is coming back in. We can just Rock Blast us into oblivion as well. So, okay, Rhyperior, don't miss, please. And let's knock out this Tropius. Come on. So, Rhyperior, okay, so they get their Citrus Berry, but it's not going to make much of a difference, right? Because at +2, these super effective Rock Blasts will hurt. So, Rhyperior, get him with the Rock Blast, and let's see the damage. And, okay, 2 would be more than enough. So, down goes the Tropius. Amazing job, Rhyperior. So, down goes the Tropius. And, yeah, Rhyperior survives, and is also going to get a bit of leftovers at the end of this turn. So, great job, Rhyperior. And, yeah, okie dokie. Let's see who comes in next. So, oh yeah, we also get some leftovers. There it is. So, from 1 HP to 12, or 14, sorry. So, yeah, okie dokie. Alright, so, back into Tag. So, I guess maybe they want to Passing Shot me. I'm not too sure. Or maybe they're just going to go for the straight-up knockoff. Either way, I'm going to go for the... I'm going to go for that Earthquake, and let's find out. So, they go for the knockoff. No, okay, so it takes up my Rhyperior. Fair enough. So, that's fine, that's fine. So, now, what do I want to do, eh? So, they're probably going to go for the Parting Shot, right? So, okie dokie. I could go Braviary and Body Slam. That's true. Do I want to do that? Okie dokie. So, I am going to go for... I'm going to go for my Meowscarada, and I'm going to go for a U-turn, right, to get some momentum. So, come on in, Meowscarada, buddy. Let's do this. And, yeah, we'll go for that U-turn immediately. Alright, so... Oh, they go for the Copycat. Oh, God, okay. So, Oh god, okay, so they knock me off. So they get rid of my Rocky Helmet. And, okay, can we knock it out with a U-turn? Come on, Meowscarada. Let's knock him out, get him, and, okay, we knock out the Grafaiai. So, fantastic. One less Pokemon to worry about. And, yeah, so who do I want to switch in, eh? So, maybe a Pokemon that wants to get more leftovers recovery or something like that. But then again, I suppose they might try and go into their Alomomola, that's the one. Alomomola, that's the Generation 5 one. I couldn't think of its name. So, okay, I am going to go into my, I'm going to go into my Braviary. Okay, so come on in, Braviary, buddy. I need your assistance. And yeah, let's do this. So, who will they go into next, eh? Let's find out. Okay, so Sarah Crawl's coming out, which is the Avalugg. Okie dokie. So, I know this thing's got sturdy, right? So, no. I'm going to go for that Iron Head and let's do some damage. So, okay, Braviary goes for that Iron Head. Let's see the damage. Okay, fair enough. Closer to 50%. They go for that Rapid Spin. And now they're pretty free to go for a Iron Defense or a Recover or something of that variety, right? So now I need to consider my options. So I'm going to go into my Skeletor. I should have switched into Skeletor, to be honest, because now they've got rid of Stealth Rocks. I didn't think about that for a second, but it is what it is. Come on in, Skeletor, buddy. So what are you going for now? It's going to be the Body Press, but not today, thank you very much. And I am pretty free to start going for those Taunt Songs. Let's do it, Skeletor. Okay, so they're going to withdraw, fair enough. So maybe the Slowking's coming in, I'm not too sure, but let's find out. So, Roygardo, is that the Galarian Slowking? I forgot. It is the Galarian Slowking. Okay. So now we go off the Taunt Song with +1 in special attack. And now I'm thinking that maybe I go for a Shadow Ball, right? So, yeah, I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball so I can weaken this because they're Black Sludge and they're slowly getting more health, right? Unless I go for another Taunt Song. Do you know what? I'm going to go for that Taunt Song so I can get as many boosts as possible. So, Skeletor goes for that Taunt Song. We're now going to be at +2 special attack. We've done a nice chunk of damage to the Galarian Slowking. And yeah, well, okay, so they go for the Future Sight. Fair enough. So, I know that my Skeletor is tanky enough to be able to take a Future Sight, so I'm not too worried about that. But, yeah, I'm going to go for another Taunt Song to get up my special attack boost, right? So, let's go for that Taunt Song immediately. So, okay, Skeletor goes for that Taunt Song. I'm surprised they stayed in because a +2 Shadow Ball probably would have knocked it out, right? So, fair enough. Now we're +3 in special attack. So, they go for the Acid Spray. Oh my god, okay, so that's going to be really bad for whatever comes in, right? So, sorry, for the Future Sight. So, okay, Acid Spray Galarian Slowking. Interesting. So, I am now going to go for a... Should I go for a Shadow Ball? I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball, expecting maybe the Alomomola to come in, right? So, I'm going to go for that Shadow Ball immediately. Okay, so Skeletor goes for that Shadow Ball. We are going to knock out the Galarian Slowking, which is fantastic to see. And even though we're -2 in special defense, I'm pretty confident Skeletor can take this Future Sight, right? So, come on, Skeletor, I believe in you. So, here comes the Future Sight. Hold on, buddy. Okay, so Skeletor holds on like a boss. Great job. And there's some leftovers. Here's a nice little snack, buddy. Enjoy it and get up to 75 health. Lovely jubbly. Now, who's next? Alright, so they're going back into this. Well, I am pretty confident that I'm faster than this, right? So, I think I'm just going to go for a Shadow Ball. Let's do it. Okay, so, and the battle was cancelled. Amazing. Good game to my opponent with the stall team, and great job to all my Pokemon. Okay, so my opponent's got an Empoleon, a Rotom Grass, a Great Tusk, Galarian Slowking, Dragonite, and the Alolan Ninetales. I'm going to lead off my Meowscarada, and let's do this. Okay, so, who are you leading off today? So, Malfowl, that is the Rotom. Okay, fair enough. So, I could just go for a, do I think this thing's got Thunder Wave, to be fair? I could go for the knockoff, to be fair. Should I do that, or should I go for the U-turn? I'm going to go for that U-turn. Let's do it. Alright, so Meowscarada goes for that U-turn. Protein turning us into a bug type. Let's get us some super effective damage, and woo, we almost knock it out. Fantastic job, Meowscarada. That's what I'm talking about. And yeah, I suppose a potential Will-O-Wisp could be coming as well. I'm going to go into my Rhyperior, and hopefully they've gone for a Volt Switch, but let's find out. So come on in, Rhyperior, I need your assistance. So have they gone for a Volt Switch? Fantastic. So, now, I don't know if they're Choice Scarf or not, so I'm going to go back into my Meowscarada, and we're going to find out, right? So, okay. Oh no, okay, I think that means they are Choice Scarf, so cool, okay. So maybe I could have gone Stealth Rocks up there. They're going back into Tuscany. Cool. So, this does give me an opportunity to be able to Flower Trick, I suppose. Let me check who they got on the back again, because it might not be worth it. Let me double check. So, I suppose Dragonite and I suppose it does invite in the Galarian Slowking. Do I want to switch, though? Okay, do you know what? I'm going to go for a U-turn in case they switch. So they are switching, so nice. Okay, we can get some momentum now. So, okay, Meowscarada, you've got this, buddy. So Cushella is coming out, which is the Ninetales. Okay, so what do I want to do against this, eh? So they're going to go for the Aurora Veil, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So Meowscarada goes for that U-turn. We do a nice little bit of chip damage. Nice, nice, nice. And, okay, so what do I want to do, eh? So, okay, so I can go into my Scarlet, so I could have gone into Renaclus, but they probably have Encore, and I can't afford that. So, okay, Scarlet, come on in. And, yeah, I'm going to go for those Taunt Songs. Let's do it, Scarlet. So, they do go for the Aurora Veil, unfortunately, so that's going to be 7+ turns of screens, but Taunt Song, let's do this, buddy. Scarlet goes for that Taunt Song, let's see the damage, and fantastic. So, now we're at +1 special attack. I think the next one will knock it out, but I'm more than happy to go for another Taunt Song, and if they want to switch, that's fine. So they are going to switch, fair enough. So let's see who comes in. It's going to be the Admiral, which is the... oh, okay, so it's the Empoleon. Fair enough, fair enough. So we go for another Taunt Song. That's +1 Taunt Song, and... okay, so we don't do too much to this, right? So, okay, this might be going for a Stealth Rocks, to be fair. I'm going to go for another Taunt Song. Let's do it. So, oh, they go for an Ice Beam predicting me to switch. So, nice. Okay, so that's fantastic. So, Scarlet, let's go for that +2 Taunt Song. Let's do this, buddy. So, okay, we're doing some fantastic damage. I don't know if the next one takes it out, but I could go for a Terra Fairy here, to be fair. That might be in my best interest. If I Terra Fairy, I guess it's good against everything. So, they were expecting me to switch into Meowscarada, I think. So, okay, I'm going to go for that Terra Fairy, and I'm going to go for a Taunt Song. Let's do the Scarlet. So, okay, here we go. Time to Terrestrialize. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what they can do at this point, but screens is up, right? So that's always a thing. So, I'm hoping this next Taunt Song takes it out, but it might not. They might live on one, which will then give them the opportunity to be able to go for a Flash Cannon, right? So, here comes the Surf. So, there's the Surf. Okay, so Scarlet, you've got this, buddy. Scarlet tanks it like a bat. Actually did a lot more than I thought it would do, so fair enough. So we go for that Taunt Song, and it did live. Damn it. Okay, so that's what I was worried about, to be honest. So, okay, so Snow has stopped, and yeah, okay, so we get some more leftovers, but their Flash Cannon will hurt, which is what I'm worried about, right? So, okay, what do I do here? What do I do now, eh? So, I could go... they're probably going for a Flash Cannon, right? That's probably what they're going for. So, okay, I'm going to go for one Slack Off, and let's see how much they do. So, here comes the Flash Cannon. Hold on, Scarlet, buddy, hold on. Okay, Scarlet holds on. Fantastic. So, we go for one Slack Off, and yeah, I'm going to have to switch my Scarlet out, because there's no way we're tanking these Flash Cannons, right? So, and I can preserve Scarlet for the Dragonite later on. So, okay, Scarlet back at 131 health. Okay, so I am going to go into my Braviary. Okay, so come on back, Scarlet, you've been amazing, but we'll need you for later on. And this Flash Cannon is going to bloody hurt, because they look to be like an offensive Empoleon, right? So Braviary in comes, and they were... oh my god, they predicted me with the Ice Beam. So hold on, Braviary. Braviary holds on like a boss. Amazing job, buddy. I'm going to go for that Body Slam 100%, because we know we'll knock it out. Braviary goes for that Body Slam, and we knock out the Empoleon. And the way I've gone Body Slam, they might think I'm Choice Fan or Choice Scarf or something, so maybe we can surprise them, but we'll find out. So, great job, Braviary, and let's see who comes in next. Okay, so Malphau's come back in, which is the Rotom. So, that makes me think that it's Choice Scarfed, right? So, okay. So, against this, I'm thinking about going into Meowscarada, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, okay, I want to switch you back, Braviary. You've been fantastic, buddy. Now to find out if they're going for a Grass-type move or an Electric, or maybe even a Trick. So, let's find out. So, Leaf Storm. Okay, fantastic. So, Meowscarada tanks that like a boss. Amazing job, buddy. And, yeah, okay. So, Aurora Veil has worn off. Lovely jubbly. And now what do I want to do? Okay, I'm going for the knockoff in case they switch. So they are switching. So maybe they're going into Ninetales. And if they do, I can just... okay, so... oh, they're going into Tuscany. Fair enough. So we can get rid of its items. So that'll be good. So Meowscarada goes for that knockoff. Protein into a dark type. Let's see the damage. And okay, nice. Great job, Meowscarada. Oh, it was Rocky Helmet. So, oh, alright, fair enough. At least we got rid of its Rocky Helmet, right? And Meowscarada is still alive. So I am now going to switch into my Corviknight to deal some Rocky Helmet chip, right? So come on back, Meowscarada. We'll save you for later on. And yeah, okay, so Corviknight, the Galar champion, come on in. We've got the Rocky Helmet in case they make contact, so they go for the knockoff. So fair enough, they get rid of our Rocky Helmet, but we deal some damage regardless, right? So now I could go for a Brave Bird, to be fair. Yeah, I can go for a Brave Bird. Let's do it, Corviknight. Okay, so they're going to withdraw, so maybe into the Ninetales, I'm not sure, but let's find out. So, Drip Queen, which is going to be the Slowking. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we can do some nice damage with the Brave Bird, right? So, Corviknight, get him, and that's some nice damage, Corviknight. Nice, nice, nice. So, I am... Okay, so they're leftovers, I imagine, or is it Black Sludge? So I think that's leftovers. That's leftovers. Yep, yep, yep. So I am going to go for a... Do I want to go for a Roost? No, I'm going to go for a U-turn. Oh, hang on a minute. What do I want to do? Okay, I'm going to go for the U-turn. I think they're going to go for the Chili Reception, right? So we go for that U-turn. We bring it down to 50, just over 50%. And I'm going to go into my Meowscarada, expecting them to go into their Ninetales, right? So come on in, Meowscarada, buddy. I need your assistance. And yeah, my best bet would be to maybe Flower Trick the Ninetales now that it's lower enough health. So they are telling the Chili Reception. So nice, nice, nice. So they might go into Dragonite here, to be fair. And if they do, I don't know if I would U-turn out or if I would... Extreme Speed might knock me out, to be fair. I'm not too sure. We'll have to have a think. So who they're going into. So it is the Dragonite. That's got to be the Dragonite. It is the Dragonite. So, okay, I'm definitely expecting a Extreme Speed, right? So they haven't terrestrialized yet. So I am going to go into my Corviknight expecting the Extreme Speed. So come back, Meowscarada. And then I'll have to go for a Roost, right? So, okay. I mean, if they're going for a Dragon Dance right now, that'd be terrifying. But yeah, we'll have to find out. So... they're terrestrializing, so maybe Terra Normal Extreme Speed. We're about to find out. So, Dragonite is terrestrializing. What's it going to be? Terra Normal, and it's Terra Normal. Okay, so, alright, well, Corviknight will tank this Terra Normal Extreme Speed very well. It is resisted, and Corviknight is bloody tanky. So, okay, there's the Extreme Speed. Not today, thank you very much. Let's see how much we take, though, and, okay, Corviknight takes nothing. Amazing job, buddy. So, I am going for that Roost to be able to get Corviknight up to a nice amount of health. Alright, so they're going to withdraw, so maybe back into the Rotom, I'm not too sure, but let's find out. So, Drip Queen, no, that's the thingy, that's the Slowking. Okay. So, I could go for a Brave Bird here, or what do I want to do actually? I'm not too sure. So they get some more leftovers, so their Slowking is pretty much healed now that once it switches back out, right? So, I'm going to go for that U-turn. Let's do it. So, okay, Corviknight goes for that U-turn. We do a little bit of chip damage, but they're going to get most of that back from the Regenerator, unfortunately. And yeah, I think I'm going to go into my Skeletor to be able to get some more leftovers. That's what I'm going to do. So, okay, come on in, Skeletor, buddy. Hopefully they haven't gone for a Sludge Bomb on my Corviknight, but we're about to find out. So, they've gone for a Future Sight. Oh, God, okay. So, that's not good. No. So I could now switch into my Corviknight, expecting the Sludge Bomb, right? And then I could go into U-turn on my into my Meowscarada to be able to soak up the Future Sight. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So they're definitely going to try and go for the Poison move, right? So I'm going into my Corviknight. Let's do it. So come on back, Skeletor. Oh, maybe I should have gone into my Rhyperior to be able to set up the Stealth Rocks, but it's fine. So Corviknight, come on in, buddy. And yeah, show me that Sludge Bomb or whatever. So there's the Sludge Bomb. Not today. Okay, so we've dodged that. Lovely jubbly. And the snow has stopped. I am now going to go for a U-turn to be able to go into my Meowscarada. And yeah, we'll soak up the Future Sight. So Corviknight, let's go for that U-turn, buddy. Here we go. So Corviknight goes for that U-turn, do a little bit of chip damage. I don't know if they'll be back at full after the Regenerator heals some health, but we'll see, right? So let's go straight into our Meowscarada to be able to soak up the Future Sight. I doubt they've probably gone for a Chili Reception, right? So let's see. So yep, there's the Chili Reception as expected, and yeah, now we need to see who they're going to. So they might go into Tuscany, they might go into Rotom, or they might go into Ninetales. Let's find out. So back goes the Galarian Slowking, and let's see who comes in. Okay, so it is the Dragonite. Fair enough. So I'm more than going to assume that they're going to be Oh, so there's the Future Sight. We absorb it, and they're probably not going to go for Extreme Speed, but I've still got to go into my Corviknight, right? So okay, come on back, Meowscarada. And yeah, depending on what they go for, if they go for a Fire Punch, I'll swap into my Rhyperior. We'll find out, right? So what are you going for? It's the... Oh, no, they're withdrawing. Fair enough. So most likely into the Rotom, maybe. So Malphite, that is the Rotom. Fair enough. So what do I want to switch into on this, eh? So I'm going to go into my Braviary and let's find out. So, okay, I'm happy to let Braviary go down as I'm not too sure what he can do in this game. And if they go for a Grass-type move, I can't go into Rhyperior. But if they go for the They went for the Volt Switch. Okay, so that was my opportunity to be able to go into my Rhyperior. But it is what it is. So, Braviary, thanks for taking the hit, buddy. And yeah, we'll see who they go into. Once I can get up the Stealth Rocks, that Rotom will be dead, right? So, that's the plan. I need to get Rhyperior in at some point, and we can set up the Stealth Rock. So, okay, show me what you got. Alright, so they're going back into the Dragonite. Fair enough, fair enough. So, I could go into my Skeledirge and... or I could go Corviknight and U-turn. That's true. Yeah, I'm going to go into my Corviknight and I'm going to U-turn so I can get some momentum when they switch, because I don't know what they're going to go for, right? So I'm going for that U-turn. Let's do it. Alright, so they're going to withdraw the Dragonite. Fair enough. So depending on who they go into, I can Drip Queen. Okay, so out comes the thingy, the Galarian Slowking. And now I'm in an opportunity where I can go into my Rhyperior and set up the Stealth Rocks, right? So that is the plan. So, okay, calm back, Corviknight. You've been great, buddy. And, yeah, let's go straight into our Rhyperior, and I'll set up the Stealth Rock. They did kind of give me an opportunity to be able to go into my Meowscarada, but I don't know if knockoff will take this out at that range, right? So, let's first go for that Stealth Rocks. Here we go. So, oh, they stayed in. How interesting. So, maybe they're going for a Future Sight. So, alright, well, only one way to find out. So, what are you going for? It's the Future Sight. Okay, so, now, who could they switch into, eh? So, they can't go into the Rotom, unless it's Heavy Duty Boots. I don't know if it is, but it might be, right? So, I can't remember if I knocked its item off or not at this point, but, so, nothing can tank an Earthquake, so I am going to go for that Earthquake. Let's do it, Rhyperior. So, Rhyperior goes for that Earthquake. Let's see the damage. Get him, Rhyperior, and we take out the Galarian Slowking. Amazing job, Rhyperior. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing. Okay, so Rhyperior takes out the Galarian Slowking, and let's see who comes in next. Alright, so Tuscany's coming out, which is the Great Tusk. Fair enough. So, okay, we take some Stealth Rocks chip damage. They're definitely going for that Rapid Spin, right? And I am going to go into my Corviknight to be able to go for a Brave Bird afterwards, right? So calm back, Rhyperior. You've been amazing, buddy. And yeah, they'll either have to take the Brave Bird on the Great Tusk or switch out into something else. Either way, we're in a good position. So we take nothing from that Rapid Spin. Shame we don't have the Rocky Helmet. They get a speed boost, but it won't really matter because we're slower regardless. And yeah, so we take the Future Sight, but we tank it, so we're in a good position. Great job, Corviknight. Let's go for that Brave Bird and let's do some big damage. Alright, so they're going to withdraw. Fair enough. So let's see who they go into. So it's going to be the Cushella, which was the Ninetales. Okay, so how much do we do with the Brave Bird, right? So Corviknight, get him with the Brave Bird, buddy. Let's do this. And, oh, it lives on one. So that's a shame. That's a shame. They're definitely going to go for the Aurora Veil, right? So do you know what? I'm going to go for the... I'm going to go for the Brave Bird and let's knock this out. So they go for the Aurora Veil, but we know we can knock this out with a Brave Bird, right? Because I'm just thinking there's less than 3 minutes left, right? And the more Pokemon we have, the better position we're in. So at least we knocked out this thingy, and our Corviknight's still good against the Dragonite, right? So we need to keep that into consideration. So they've got the Rotom in the back still left, but that's almost down. So okay, so Malfowl, was that the Rotom? That was the Rotom. Okay, so fair enough. So they're either going for a Volt Switch or a Leaf Storm, right? So I could go into my Reuniclus on that. That's true. They would go into their Dragonite at that point, I assume. So I am going to go into my... I'm going to go into my Reuniclus. Let's do it. So, okay, calm back, Corviknight. You've been amazing, buddy. We're going to go into our Reuniclus. We haven't brought him in yet, so he's still at full health. And, yeah, they either go for a Volt Switch or a Leaf Storm, right? So let's find out. So they go for the Volt Switch. Fair enough. So Reuniclus takes some damage, and they either go into the Great Tusk or the Dragonite. Either way, I can just start maybe boosting. We'll have to find out. So they're going into the Great Tusk, so they're probably going to start knocking off, right? So, okay, we get some more leftovers. Yep. I am pretty free to just switch into my Corviknight at this point, right? So that's what I'll do. I'm going to go straight into my Corviknight, and I'll go for a Roost, right? So calm back, Reuniclus. You've been great, buddy. And yeah, we can go from there. So Corviknight, the Galar champion, come on in. And we've got more Pokemon, so we're in a good position. They go for the knockoff. They already got rid of our item. So, and they left. Amazing. Okay, so fair enough. Good game to my opponent, and great job to all my Pokemon. What a fantastic set of games, am I right? Choice Scarfed Meowscarada is an absolute beast and can deal major damage, not to mention that it can easily cripple opposing Pokemon. I love it. Oh, and if you enjoyed watching my Choice Scarfed Meowscarada, dominating our opponents. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to let me know what's your favourite grass type starter Pokemon down below in the comments. And with all that said, there should be a couple of videos popping up right about now that YouTube thinks you'll love, so why not give one of those a try after this? Thanks for tuning in everyone, and have a fantastic day. Cheers!
No time to question my moves. I stick to the path that I